Hey guys, how's it going? I don't know what time it is. It's daylight. I've still been puttering on this thing. Um, I did. Might not have to wait for my parts to come in. The parts I ordered. If this carburetor turns out to be good, I shouldn't have to wait for my parts to come in. The parts I did order ain't the end of the world because I got that basket case slut saw that we're gonna slap together. I can always use them parts on that. But I've been in and out of my shed probably 25 times, just trying to hunt down everything. I believe this never had the right chain brake flag on it to begin with, and I believe this is off of 350. I built a custom shim spacer in here and used the 350 hardware with some washers and got this working like it's supposed to. Very pleased, and I feel much better having, even though it's off a different model saw, the plastic version of these. I feel much more comfortable having an OEM one than some Chinese chinker one. But very solid working chain brake, all working like it's supposed to. This was broke. I hunted around and found a suitable replacement one down there. It's black instead of gray, which I think the black ones are Johnson Reds anyway, and I think the gray ones are Husqvarna. And then while I was digging around down there, I found a complete air filter setup, and I know it's OEM, but I don't know if this is Johnson Red or 346. I don't know. But this one took the spin-on filter. That top would probably have fit this. But this is the one off the saw. This filter's ripped and it has been epoxied. This looks like it was the slide-on twist lock one, and it's all been epoxied on there, so I don't even want to. I mean, if push comes to shove, I could probably run this on the slut saw, but it looks all the same to me, other than this one takes the wire snap. So I'm totally fine with that. We'll just throw this one. Make sure I throw it in the right box of parts down here. So also, while I was digging around, I found an OEM Husqvarna clip, so won't have to wait for the other ones to come in. I'm not going to snap that in until I'm ready to put the top cover on, that way I don't break it. And I'm going to try not to bump these ones and break these ones, because that is my last clip that I'm aware of. But the only difference is it's orange instead of black. It's not a deal breaker. I put new line in the tank. I don't like this stuff, guys. This Tygon yellow green stuff. You get maybe 8 months before this stuff gets rock hard, and then maybe a year and a half, 2 years tops before it's brittle and snaps off. I prefer the genuine stuff, or something similar to it. Homelight used to have a really good fuel line for their weed eaters, and it would fit in a lot of their saws. I used to have a big roll of it. I don't know the brand of this stuff. I think this is stuff that was sent to the channel by Tam over at AFU Saws, which has been a lifesaver. He sent me 3 rolls of fuel line, and this stuff I really try my hardest not to use that stuff. Muffler, I don't know what the hell's on this thing, but it feels like spray on bed liner. I don't think I'm going to use this. It's all dented up in the front. I think we'll save that for I don't care saw. So when I was digging around in the shed, I found a brand new muffler, and I believe, pretty sure this is the right muffler. Sure looks like it to me, but I got a brand new one here that we can do the muffler mod, and I've got the brace and stuff. Highly recommend you to run the brace and stuff. Just dawned on me. I'm gonna have to dig that extra bolt back out. I had an extra bolt, I wasn't sure where it went. I'm not super familiar with these Johnson Reds. The 346 typically slides in over here, if I recall, or both sides. But I'll have to dig that bolt back out. It's not no big deal. I had an extra bolt floating around here, and I threw it in my bolt bin. It's the brace for that. So, and there's the muffler bolts for that. I believe these are the cylinder bolts. I got the spring that goes on the side of the jug. I believe they're the bottom, these are the side, and that goes in there for that. These are the carburetor. This was cobbed in there. I made my own, so I'll throw that in my bolt bin. Yeah, so I got people coming over today, so I don't know how much longer I got to work on this. But yeah, I think it's coming along. I'm super stoked. I found parts. I think that's awesome. Clutch appears to be in really good shape. I don't really see any. Yeah, no. I'm not gonna find a clutch. I think I got one in the shed. For 350. Unless I chuck this up in the lathe and clean it up and turn it into a high stall clutch, maybe. Actually, I think there might be one in that parts pile down there. But yeah, she's cooked. Is the clutch drum cooked? Bearing won't feel the greatest, but I think I got another one in that box, but it's tight. That's all I care about. Yeah, I'll look in my shed. I think I got a clutch. I think I got a donor. Actually, I might have a new one. I think I ordered a new clutch when I got this. I'll have to go down in the shed and look for a clutch, but it's getting close. Honestly, I think it's to the point where I did find the right worm gear for this thing. Yeah, it's got the right worm gear. Honestly, I think it's close enough where I can throw a wheel on it and start doing machine work and porting, which I'll probably do that later tonight. And then when I bolt the cylinder on and goop it, I could be working on the muffler mod. Providing, I'll get that carburetor cleaned up. Providing that I don't know, I might run down to the local saw shop. Maybe they have a carb kit in stock down there, but it probably cost more than what I ordered the carburetor for. But, yeah, I don't know. Feels like I'm getting somewhere. I did not do a timing advance on it. This is going as a work saw, so I didn't want to do a timing advance. I'm just gonna try to build a fun work saw out of this. Dual purpose. If my intake is not good, I've got a brand new one. those. Thought I had a new one. This might be for 359. Either way, I've got the one that was on there. Right there's my other bolt. I thought I was missing coil bolts, so I robbed, because they're the same bolt as the cylinder bolt, and so I robbed two out of another saw, but that's okay. Throw this in the ultrasonic cleaner. Which I'll just probably wash that in my bucket of gas. But yeah, pretty thrilled. So yeah, I gotta go down and dig out a clutch. Which, let me pause you guys. Well, unfortunately, I do not have a clutch. Every part saw I got down there is missing the clutch. So I'll probably take one of my spare cranks, spin this on, chuck it up in the lathe, turn it real slow, and attack that with a flap wheel to get that that edge off there. Plus side, it'll act like a stall converter. But I got that 2150 I could steal the clutch off from, but I'm planning on building that saw, so there's no sense in tearing it apart. I'll sand this one down. I'll order parts because I'm going to need a clutch for the slot saw anyway, and this. So, yeah, I'll just order one up, pick it on eBay, look around. But, yeah, so I'm going to call this a video here. I think what I'm going to do is pack my bench up for right now, get this box back up until I can get working on it again. So I gotta get the bench ready for the guys that are showing up. So I don't know. It's coming along pretty nicely though, I think. You guys take it easy and have a good one.